ESPN Arkansas and hitthatline.com. It's just been a few days since the good news came down from Jersey Wolfenbarger that she has made a verbal commitment to play for Mike Neighbors and the Arkansas Razorback women's basketball program. She'll be part of the 2021 incoming class, and she joins us here on halftime, the reigning Arkansas Gatorade Player of the Year. Jersey, appreciate you joining us today. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We are doing fantastic, especially now that we've got you on with us. So it must have been, I know you've done a lot of interviews. I saw you with Pig Trail, and I got to give you guys props for the setup you had there. A lot of Razorbacks on display near the fireplace. That was well done. Has it been kind of a crazy few days since the public commitment?
Yes, but it's something that I've worked for, so I'm just learning to appreciate it.
A lot of congratulatory texts, a lot of attagirls, and I'm sure a lot of these people are also Razorback fans, maybe even first and foremost. So it goes along with potentially expectations as well. So you are 6'5" now, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you have grown almost a full foot since Mike first offered you, and I know that went pretty big into your decision to commit to Arkansas. What do you feel has been though a challenge of growing so much in such a short period of time? I know it helps in athletic ways, but there's got to be some challenges that go along with that as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge was learning how far I could push myself and still making sure I prioritize recovery and my eating habits, just to make sure I'm maintaining my best, I don't know how to word it, my best self, I guess, so I'm ready to perform, and play.
Does it also go along with growing out of a lot of clothing? I mean, I have kids. You consistently have to buy them clothes and shoes. I'm assuming that in the last 2-3 years, you have gone through a lot of shoes and a lot of clothing.
Oh, yes, definitely. I have a younger cousin who I've been giving all my clothes I've grown out of, and my aunt finally told me, she's like, "You grow again, please stop. We have too many clothes now. You have to stop giving us your clothes."
Yeah, but I guess it all depends on if you really like clothes shopping or shoe shopping. If you like it, why not? Have you enjoyed the shopping at least?
Yeah, it's fun to go shopping every once in a while.
Okay, but playing basketball is a heck of a lot more fun, and I don't know if you've been able to play a lot of basketball in the last 6-7 weeks. Obviously, the season ended a little bit earlier than you would have liked, but what have you done to stay in shape, to stay on top of your game as best as you can?
But I think the biggest thing that I've established is a routine during this quarantine, so it's really helped me be able to prioritize, my schoolwork, and then basketball-wise, I've found an outdoor court that I can use daily, and that helps a lot. And then my trainer sent me some workouts that I do at home, so nothing's really changed, just other than being in an actual gym and being with my teammates. I'm just doing it as a personal workout outside or inside.
Sometimes people ask about, how many shots do you get up during the day? How long are you out there? I wonder, when you're working by yourself, what is it that you're trying to improve upon? What do you feel you need to improve upon the most going into your senior year?
I think the biggest improvement would probably be my efficiency in scoring, being able to score at all three levels. Right now I'm focusing heavily on creating shots off the dribble, which I think will also help me create shots for my teammates and really space open the floor.
Speaking to Jersey Wolfenbarger here on Halftime. Jersey, first off, congratulations on your commitment. I know Razorback Nation is pumped up for you to get to Fayetteville after your senior year. Looking forward to seeing what happens up there. But you've talked about culture being a big factor in the decision of where you would eventually play college basketball. Talk about the similarities, and what are the similarities of what you had at Fort Smith Northside versus what you might be seeing here at Arkansas?
Just a family atmosphere, you can see the bond between all of the girls, and at Northside, I know how it felt. They welcomed me. They were very open, and I just really enjoy my experience at Northside, and I'm excited to be a part of that same, family atmosphere that Coach Neighbors and his staff have created at Arkansas.
What else is it about Coach Neighbors that really attracted you to coming to Arkansas versus anywhere else and pretty much anywhere else in the country?
Just his appreciation for workers. Like I've mentioned, he offered me when I was 5'6", and really the only thing I had was my work ethic. I didn't have the inches or the strength, and to see, like, he's a worker himself, so I appreciate that. I know he appreciates that. And then that just kind of created this trust that I had in him, and I knew he had that same in me. So,
under head coach Ricky Smith at Fort Smith Northside, you still got your senior year coming up, and you guys went 26-4, 14-0 in conference play. And the way it looks, I was looking at max reps here on your roster. I mean, obviously you're coming back. You got a lot of good talent coming back for your senior year at Fort Smith Northside. Just talk about that team you got coming back, and what are some expectations you have heading into your senior season at Fort Smith?
Yeah, I'm excited about this year's team because it's kind of like our last go-around, so we're going to do whatever it takes to win that final game. As far as, like, what we are going to work on is just probably more so being consistent on both ends of the floor. I think our offense was very consistent last year, but our defense could have been better. I think that's the biggest thing that we got to focus on this year.
I think a big question I have, and I'm sure Phil wanted to know this too. You're 6'5". How close are you to dunking?
I can dunk like a smaller basketball.
What?
Pretty easily, yeah. And then I can 2-foot dunk a tennis ball. So I'm getting pretty close.
Oh, man, this girl's going to make – oh, she's going to be a legend in Fayetteville, Phil.
I'm shaking my head at the thought of dunking pretty easily. Here I am. I can barely even get to the net. And Jersey's getting all the way up to the rim. That's got to feel pretty good. And I know that you with the idea you are a guard. You're a shooting guard that's in the height of a center.
Yeah.
And you I know you talk about, creating off the dribble, creating for your teammates off the bounce perhaps. What about the idea of you scoring in the post? Is this something you've worked on? Do you think that you will be able to and maybe need to score with your back to the hoop as you go on?
I think it's all about matchups. I am working on some post moves, but it's not my main focus right now because, I am a guard, but in like a post body, per se, like height-wise. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to develop that part of my game because I think it'll help me when I get smaller guards on me. It's going to be more efficient to score back to the basket against them.
This must have been kind of a crazy couple of weeks for you because I think you'd said, hadn't you made the decision in your mind 2 weeks ago that you would commit to Arkansas? But you held on to that for a little bit before you, I think, spoke with your parents openly about it, and then wait again another week or so before you make the public commitment. Usually if I've got something exciting to announce, it's like I'm jumping out of my skin. What was this like for you these last 2 weeks as you held on to this decision?
I think it's all about timing. Like, I knew, but part of me was like, okay, you have to gain as much information about everything before you're 100%. And so I was fortunate enough to get to talk to some people and, like, talk about Coach Neighbors' style and what they love about, playing for the Razorbacks or anything like that, really. Just trying to gain as much information as I could. And then I came home from a workout one day, and I was like, well, I've decided. I know where I want to go. And so I was lucky. My mom was, my mom was 100% on board, and I was very fortunate to, be able to share that experience with my family who's been Razorback fans forever. So that was always exciting.
Man, it really sounds like you did a lot of due diligence in making this choice. And I think to some of us it just seems too easy to, be somebody who's from Arkansas, had a great coach in Mike Neighbors, great facilities, great league. That why wouldn't you decide to go anywhere other than Arkansas. But there's so many factors that go into these decisions, and I don't know if this is the way that every high school student athlete makes their decision, but when you had the choice of going essentially wherever you wanted to go, it sounds to me, Jersey, like you did a lot of research and talked to a lot of people outside of just what was going on in your own head.
Yeah. They really helped me understand. Like, I would ask them, like, if I were going to be in Coach Neighbor's system, like, what should I do to help me prepare to be the best version of me that I can be for him? And, you know, they all said the same thing to me, and they were just like, you know, you'll love playing for Coach Neighbors. He'll push you, but he'll still always have your back, and he'll be your number one fan. And it really, like, stuck with me because I was like, man, you know, like, he empowers people, and I want to be a part of that. And so, yeah, like I said, like, it just came down to my belief in him and his belief in me.
Well, I'll tell you what, there aren't that many coaches across college sports that would take their team to see Hamilton, and then a week later they would go jet skiing in the Caribbean Sea. So it goes a lot. There's a lot more than just playing basketball with this team, Jersey. And I think you're going to have a ton of fun. You know that for sure. That's why you made the choice.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I really appreciate you stopping by and joining us. Congratulations on your public commitment. Looking forward to seeing you sign your name on the dotted line next year, and I'll be calling your games when you're a Razorback. I can't wait to see it. But good luck in the future, Jersey.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate you coming with us today. Fort Smith,
Thank
Northside's own Jersey Wolfenbarger, future Razorback, and somebody that seems like she's just a tad older and a tad more developed than most 17-year-olds.
Very well spoken, and ready to see her. I'm ready to see this one. I'm ready to see this girl dunk.
Hey, I'm ready to go watch her play at Northside next season before I watch her play for the Razorbacks. I'm also ready to close out the show today.